Your son is an abuser.
And I'm appealing to you. Stop looking the other way.
I love you.
I love you too.
You can give your evidence via video link and call.
No. I want to be there. I want to face him.
Some memories are best left in the past.
Well, you seen Sense with Abe yet?
So complete. Now there's things that I wanted to say, things I should have done to show you that I love you. For all the days gone by and all the times we shared.
Babe, I am so sorry. I've only just checked my phone.
Where were you all night?
An old schoolmate turned up at the end of my shift. We ended up having one too many, so I just stayed at his. I didn't want to come home making a noise waking you and Theo up, so...
Well, you didn't need to worry about that, seeing as Theo had me up 3 times.
Well, I thought with you being mad at me, I didn't want to make things worse. Especially with me being drunk.
Well, actually, I want to make it better. I've got a surprise. I've booked the registry for 3 p.m. We're getting married this afternoon.
Thank God. You've been avoiding my calls and you can't just run off into the night.
What does the C mean?
Hey. You ready for this?
Yeah, I've had a practice run.
No, not of a trial, you haven't. I mean, we barely stepped foot in here last time before JJ collapsed. And you know that he's going to be sticking to this consensual sex story. And you also know that you don't have to be in the same courtroom as him. You've still got time to be live-streamed from another room.
No. I've been preparing for this day. They're going to listen to his taped confession and that'll be enough, won't it? I don't want to be in there when he gets punished. I want to look him in the eye when he can no longer deny what he did to me.
Have you told anyone about it, Mum?
No. Why was it even there?
It was probably there before I moved in, I don't know. I've been trapped in here. I'm not going out. Perry's accusations, her and Cleo's. My reputation is at stake, Mum.
It's just jealous insanity, isn't it?
Where is it? Where's the C?
Well, I had to get rid of it because I didn't want the police to think
That Cleo wasn't in Bali.
Mum, you don't think I'd hold a woman captive, do you? You don't believe what Perry's been saying about me. Mum, you're like the strongest woman that I know, Mum. You taught me to respect me.
Dave, shut up.
It's Joel, isn't it? Yeah, he's got into your head, hasn't he? Twisted everything. Mum, I was there. I was there at home when it was so dreadful with Dad. Do you really think that I would repeat the domestic violence you went through? Mum, I need you, OK? I need you. Please, Mum. Mum, hug me, please.
Well, call me traditional, but I adore red roses.
Looking for a last-minute wedding bouquet.
Oh, OK. Moving fast. I mean, just because we exchanged the R word yesterday.
It's for Zoe.
Wait, what? I don't understand.
She wants us to get married today.
And you're going through with it?
But I don't actually know what I'm doing.
Oh, OK, well then this is your chance for it all to come to a head. Prince, you can't get married.
Started something special again.
If I have a kid, Dilly.
But that's no reason to get married, okay? You can still see Theo. Zoe won't stop that.
Look, I seriously, without a doubt, want to be with you. But I have to do right by you both and tell Zoe the truth.
Calling Francine Osborne.
I do solemnly, sincerely, and truly declare and affirm that the evidence I shall give shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth.
This is a case about seeking justice. Some kind of closure for Frankie, a teenage sibling sexual abuse survivor. To begin to live a normal life, safe, free, and unanimously believed.
2 hours of woven bliss. Oh, and twins were young and innocent then. Oh, wish I could have stayed like that. Oh, there's something missing from this box. Where was it?
Oh, don't worry, Mother. I'm sure it'll all be in there somewhere.
Oh, Jez, aren't you taking her to that routine hospital appointment? You don't want to be late. Actually, I should take over at the store.
You know, Charles said that Terry's hair was a wig. And I said, you're just jealous. And then I said, I wouldn't have minded putting Terry's hair to the test myself. And that landed me a black eye.
Oh, Martha.
Sorry. I can see directly into a dark soul.
Mother, come on, let's go.
Where are we going?
You go. There.
Dilly, what are you doing? Prince has a fiancée. It's the mother of his child.
Who are you to judge?
I know what it feels like now to have your fiancé cheat on you.
Well, I doubt Zoe will go to your extremes.
Meaning?
Look, Zoe will just have to accept the Prince and I together, and that the wedding's off. It's a last-ditch attempt to salvage something they never had in the first place.
Why are you trying to wreck something that they are so obviously trying to save? Prince is only interested in you for some cheap, uncomplicated thrills. He's a knackered dad in his 20s, and he still thinks he can live the party life, and you are just some fun blonde. You're a distraction.
He is the only one that's made me feel alive since Rafe. And you have no idea how much I loved him.
So much that you attacked him out of spite and jealousy. You thought you'd killed him, for God's sake.
And you were the one that pushed Ethan to his death. You think you're so smart, playing the grieving widow.
Well, I was smart enough to get away with it. Dilly. Dilly, wait! Dilly, I was just angry, that wasn't luck!
I'd lie in bed and wait for the creepy footsteps. JJ'd wait till everyone was asleep. He'd close the door behind him. Let's play school discos.
School discos?
He'd start dancing with me, then touching me all over. He'd take my clothes off and abuse me. And then when it was over, I'd run to the bathroom and Mum would always ask me why I was spending so much time in there. But I was showering and scrubbing. I had skin blisters. I hated my body. What he got from it.
Frankie, you're doing really well.
I lashed out to try and make it stop. I trapped his foot in my bedroom door just to try and get him to go away. And then a few weeks later, I injured the same foot, but worse. Hit it with a laptop, but it didn't do anything. The horrible things he did
made me do. One day, it got, you know. He raped me. And self-harming took me out of it for minutes. Out of my brain. And then I started drinking, but that didn't really help either, so I ended up in hospital twice because of that.
But you were prevented from telling a trusted adult the truth behind the self-destruction?
JJ said no one would believe me. And how do you say? How do you admit to taking part, being made to take part in something so disgusting and so dirty? No one else in the world does this with the brothers, so how'd you come forward?
Well, you're here now. You have come forward, and you're saying what you need to say. Frankie, who was the first person you told?
My dad.
And after all this time suffering, what made you tell him then?
I don't know, my dad. I came into his life when I was 15. Thought he didn't care because I was always acting up, a bad kid. But that was only because of what JJ had done to me previously, you know, trauma. And then it started again. It got worse. I got worse. And I think I was just really hard to love. But then on the day that JJ signed his contract with United, in that moment, my dad he said that he loved me. And I felt so safe. It felt like home. And that's why I'm here today.
Guarding your phone, talking rubbish about seeing an old schoolmate. Your jacket stunk of her perfume.
Look, Zoe, I do love you, and I think you're an amazing woman, but being in love, it's gone.
Great. And here she is. So if I hadn't put on this fake wedding, would you even told me this? Or would you have kept that as an affair?
Zoe.
Listen, back off. Before I do something I'll regret.
I'm sorry, Zoe, all right?
Prince, I'm sorry.
Lily, I love you, okay? Look, can we meet up after? I promise, I do love you. We'll talk soon, all right?
Okay. Dilly, please talk to me before you talk to anyone else. I don't want to hurt you. I don't want you to be scared. You're my sister. I love you.
Hey. Hey, what's up?
Hey, you're on my time now, all right? Traffic's busy tonight, so we're gonna have to jump through some red lights.
On the day of Friday, the 16th of February, 2024, do you remember telling your stepmother, Nancy Osborne, that your granddad, Jack Osborne, touched you inappropriately?
Yes, I remember.
And had he touched you inappropriately?
No.
Why did you lie about being groped?
I was suspicious because it was a dance and because of what JJ had done to me. But I know Grandad wouldn't do that.
Frankie, when you were growing up, did JJ and your mum have a nickname for you?
Well, everybody has a nickname.
Did JJ and your mum...
No, can you stop bringing my mum into it because she's dead?
Did they ever call you Fantasy Frankie?
Yes.
Sienna, I'm leaving. I never want to see you.
Dilly? What's wrong?
Me and Sienna, we had a falling out, so I'm gonna see Prince talk about the next move, which will be, me moving out.
What would make you want to leave your sister?
Martha said she had a dark soul. And she does. I just found that out. She said she did it. Jez, you should know you're her dad. She admitted to killing Ethan.
Oh. I see.
Why do you still have that?
Oh. I just like to keep mementos. And this is my collection. How do I know you won't talk? Shares the inner secret with your new lover boy. Closed mouth catches no flies. You're just the feckless spawn of my deranged dead brother, and frankly, I'm sick of the reminder. You know, my mother always protected me when it mattered. Just like I'll always protect my daughter when it matters.
Please, Jez, just let me go. You'll never have to see me again.
You know, this old thing always reminds my mother at the stove. While Patrick was tormenting me behind her back. Talk about apron strings. You know, you matter to me now. Because I need to keep my daughter out of trouble, so you really matter to me now. Oh, good, you're up. Just gonna bring the car around, but I could do some help getting the hammer in the back.
Well, JJ's the last one to testify.
With any luck, I'll get a verdict by the end of the day.
Hey, get your glad rags on. You got visitors.
Off on the back road, are you ready? What is all this in aid of?
Oh, well, we tried to go out for our morning walk, but Martha got a bit agitated. Said that you promised her a picnic. Considering it's -2 outside, I thought we'd bring it indoors.
Well, as much as I'd like to indulge you on this little flight of fancy, I'm afraid I have some more important things to do. Don't I, Mother?
Cucumber sandwich?
Oh, don't be a spoilsport. There's no harm in it.
Look, I didn't promise to take you on a picnic. I said I needed your help.
Help for what? Oh, for goodness! Ruined everything.
No.
It's a mess.
I'm sure there's nothing important in there.
Just leave it, okay? I'll clean it up. Why don't you two go and have some tea at Castle Queen's instead, huh? Treat yourself some churros.
Oh, how's that sound, Mother?
Have I been there before? Do I like it?
Yes. All right, we're just going outside.
Take your time, ladies.
Dilly knows that I killed Ethan, and I think she's going to go to the police.
Cup of tea?
Your mum told me what happened. I'm so sorry, Perry.
You've got nothing to be sorry for. It's me who should be sorry. Abe made me believe it was you. He made him the way he was.
He brainwashed you the same way he did to me. But he can't hurt us anymore. Why what?
The police haven't actually charged Abe.
But if someone else was to come forward...
I can't.
Cleo, don't you want to get justice for what he's done to us?
Of course I do, but... No. I'm not reliving it.
It's okay, babe. You don't have to do anything that you don't want to, okay?
They'll just pick my story apart, Perry. If they didn't believe you, why would they believe me?
Bottom line is Abe is going to walk free if we don't do something. Please, Cleo, we have to try.
No, you can't just drop me in it like that. Well, I appreciate you've been on the waiting list for a long time, but it's just a war. I mean, you can hardly see it. Okay, name your price. Well, now you're just taking them... You hung up on me. What am I going to do? I'm chefless.
Yeah. Oh, nice. You left these outside. You got to be careful. Napkin thieves are rife round here.
It's a sign. You coming in here right now. It's obviously meant to be.
Okay, I'm going to presume you had one too many espressos. Are you nervous about the grand opening?
Got it in one.
No, I'm serious. It was always my plan to have you as my chef, so why not start right now?
Don't really think that's a good idea, is it?
Why not?
Well, for one, maybe I'm not ready yet.
Of course you are. You've been doing great. And you won't know until you try.
And two, we've had the chat, Tony. I'm not happy, Ahmed, that she's working here.
Oi! I'm not deaf.
Look, I appreciate there's a bit of tension flying around, but we're all adults. Can we not just leave it at the door?
Right, that's exactly what Noel said to Liam, innit?
Yeah, and it didn't stop them making a comeback, did it? Come on, Steve, what'd you say?
Fine, I'll do it. And just so you know, I'm Liam in this scenario.
I can't say I'm not a little disappointed, but I can live with that. Come on, let's get started.
Miss, do you remember the name of that B&B that Dilly stayed in? Do you know after?
Zoe caught you cheating first time. Shouldn't you be more concerned about your family?
I am concerned about my family, but I know where they are. Look, I just need to know if Dilly's okay. She's not answering the phone.
Well, she is more than capable of looking after herself, that one. Hey, Tony must have lost plot hiring you. Mother of a rapist.
I do solemnly, sincerely, and truly declare and affirm that the evidence I shall give shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth.
Well, that's the first lie he's told today.
Is it true that when you were arrested following Frankie's allegations, that you told the police that you did have sex, but that it was consensual?
Yes.
And do you stand by that statement?
I'm not proud of it, but I do.
And yet, a year later, you made a tape in which you confessed to rape.
I did.
But you have now decided to recant that confession. Could you explain to the court why that is?
It was made under duress.
You thought you were going to die. Is that right?
Yes.
I can see how that would be a very scary moment for you. Is it fair to say that it felt like your last opportunity to put the record straight?
It did.
And did you put the record straight?
No. I said what Frankie told me to say.
That is just a disgusting lie.
Order!
She said if I admitted I raped her, she'd donate her stem cells. She said it was my only way of surviving. I had to confess or I'd die.
Let me get this straight. Your sister, who apparently hated you so much that she would fabricate these very serious allegations against you, she offered to save your life in return for a confession.
Yes.
But if she hated you so much, wouldn't it be easier to just let you die?
Perhaps you'd like to channel some of that nervous energy into giving me a hand.
The police could be here any minute to arrest me for my husband's murder. I don't know why you're being so calm.
I don't know why you're being so hysterical. I already told you. Dilly won't be telling us all.
How do you know?
No, because I took care of it.
What did you say to her?
Sienna, I'm your father. So it's my job to protect you from anyone or anything that threatens your happiness, and I'm not going to apologize for that. I mean, Dilly was a threat, so she had to be stopped.
Where is she?
Please, Sienna, it's been a testing morning. I'd really like to finish my coffee.
Where is she?
tell you what I think. I think you confessed willingly because you thought you were on your deathbed. You didn't believe that you would live to see the consequences.
That's not true.
But you pulled through. And now, faced with a very long prison sentence, you're somewhat regretting your honesty.
She held me to ransom.
I'll ask you again. If Frankie hated you so much, why did she save your life?
I don't know. Maybe she didn't want another death on her conscience.
I'm sorry?
Frankie turned everyone in my family against me. Except my mum. She didn't believe any of her stories.
That is a lie. Order! One more outburst from you, Mr. Osborne, and I will have to remove you from the court.
Frankie was glad when my mum died. She was the only person who knew I was telling the truth.
She didn't have to die. I just needed a chance to explain. She would have understood.
Sienna,
To explain.
don't be naive.
She knew me. And she knew what it was like to lash out in anger. She did the same thing to Rafe.
But I couldn't take that chance. And you know well as I do, she's a loose cannon.
She didn't deserve this.
I'm sorry, but you shouldn't have told her in the first place.
You're saying this is my fault?
I'm saying that if I hadn't intervened, you would have gone back to prison.
Well, maybe I deserve to be punished. I killed my husband and I covered it up.
No. Ethan was an obstacle to your happiness, and you dealt with him before he caused you any more pain. And Dilly was no different. Look, it's up to you. Either you turn me in, or you roll up your sleeves and help me dispose of the body.
You found that a bit distasteful, didn't you? I could tell.
No, not at all.
Come on. You'd have to be a sociopath not to. But, you know, it's a job at the end of the day. And it pays well. And plus, most of the kids don't even know they're being exploited.
And no one ever comes looking for them?
Most of them are estranged from their families when we find them. And if they're not, we do our best to isolate them. Like this one local kid. I'm getting him hooked on spice.
Yeah? What's his name?
Do you know what? I don't think this is gonna work out.
What? Why?
Because I've got a nose for these sorts of things. Get out of the car.
No, wait. I need this man. I've got nothing else, please.
Get out. Before I make you.
It's not quite right, is it?
No, it's great, Steve. Stop crying your heart out.
Maybe it is all coming back to me. Little my little.
Yeah, you just gotta roll with it, kid.
Okay, all right, yeah, thank you. Cheers, bye. Will you two pack it in?
Whatever, Thanks, Oasis, so we weren't being rude, honest.
I was.
Thanks, Steve.
Look, it's very nice that you two are having a bit of male bonding, but we've just had another cancellation for the opening.
Oh.
It's me, innit? I mean, Mercedes said as much, didn't she? My son is accused of all sorts, and I'm guilty by association. No one wants to eat here. I should just quit.
No way. Rather just postpone the opening.
What? You can't do that.
Hey, people will soon realise that Abe pulled the wool over your eyes just like he did with everyone else. I mean, you'd have said something if you knew he was up to no good, wouldn't you?
Of course I would have.
Well then, we'll give it a couple of weeks and we'll see how the dust settles.
Oh, sorry, we're not open yet.
Oh, no, I was just here a minute ago with Anna having tea.
Oh, okay. Well, in that case, come and sit down, and I'll tell you what, we will call Anna. Have you got her number?
I don't think so, but she's married to my Patrick. He'll know.
Okay, I'll tell you what, should we call Jez instead?
No, don't do that. He was inconsolable when Anna left him. That's how all this started.
Okay. 1, 3.
No, I can't touch that.
Would a pair of gloves help?
No, a pair of gloves wouldn't help. What is wrong with you?
Liberty and Martha will be back in a minute. We really don't have time for this.
Who are you?
What's that supposed to mean?
I don't recognize you. You've been so cold and clinical.
I'm being practical, and I'm sorry if that offends you, but I didn't judge you for covering up Ethan's death, and I need you to do the same for me. Senna, I'm your father. We share the same blood, and no one will ever love you like I do.
Tell you what, why don't we go to Castle McQueen's and get some coffee to warm up?
Hours, days even, who knows?
It's either going to be guilty or not guilty. It can't be that hard.
It's more complicated than that, and you know it.
Leo, it's so good to see you. How are you getting on?
It's still a bit overwhelming.
Yeah, of course. Well, hopefully you'll be home soon.
I'm not in any rush, to be honest. Frankie, I'm so sorry about your mum. I should have never have been on that bike. I was just desperate to escape.
It's okay. I understand that feeling.
Of course you do. How's it all going, the trial?
Well, they've made their closing statements and the jury's deliberating. But Frankie has been very brave speaking out, hasn't he?
Yeah. I should have done it ages ago. Because now the jury's going to be thinking, who in their right mind would stay for that long? It can't possibly be true.
No one is thinking that.
Hello? What, already? All right, thank you. The jury's reached a verdict.
Is that good or bad?
Wow, you got a body in there.
They're Christmas decorations. We're a bit late taking them down this year.
Well, you know that's bad luck.
Oh, I know. That's why this lot's off to the charity shop. Positive actions, reverse bad karma.
Yeah, only life are that simple, eh?
Have you seen Dilly today?
I think, he deserves to know the full story, don't you? Look, Prince, I'm sorry, but, well, Dilly's let us know that she doesn't want to be found.
But why?
She's obviously had a change of heart about getting involved with a serial cheat.
That is not fair. I tried to do right by my family, but what me and Dilly have
had, I think you need to get used to talking about her in the past tense, because I don't think she's going to be coming back anytime soon.
Well, she might have given up on me, but I haven't given up on her. I love her.
Listen, your relationship with Dilly is dead, so I suggest you focus on breathing some life back into the one you had. Shall we? Oh.
Hey.
Hey. You okay?
Yeah, are you?
Right, listen. When all this is over and you're feeling up to it, we should go to Bali. For real, just me and you.
Like backpacking?
Oh, no, absolutely not. We'd stay in one of those really classy hotels with an infinity pool, lying on inflatable flamingos.
So not that classy then?
No.
Perry, I know what you need me to do. I can't. I saw Frankie today. He's just brought loads of stuff up for me.
It's okay.
I can't go through what she's just had to go through again.
I get it. You're not ready.
Yeah, but what if I never am?
Then that's okay too. Cleo, you're my best friend. I love you. Come here.
You're nearly there. Come on. No, Sienna. Come on.
There's someone coming.
Then help me. Hello? Yeah, hello?
you and the other jurors reached a verdict upon which you're all agreed?
We have.
Listen, whatever happens, we know the truth, right?
On the counts of rape and sexual assault, do you find the defendant guilty or not guilty?
Wait. I did it. I raped my sister. I abused her continuously. It wasn't consensual. She told me to stop and I didn't. I'm guilty. I'm so sorry.
I'm in the village now. Where are you? Sienna.
I just saw...
I know this is difficult.
I just saw Mark. Mark, my twin, Mark.
This isn't the time. Sienna, I need you to stay focused, okay? I thought you didn't trust me.
Don't. But the gaffer seems to think otherwise, and we both know what happens to soldiers who don't follow orders, right? So whether I like it or not, we're both stuck with each other.
Do you find the defendant guilty or not guilty?
Guilty.
Jack Osborne, the jury has found you guilty of rape and sexual assault. I sentence you to a 2-year detention and training order in a young offenders institution. You will also be subject to the requirements of the Sex Offenders Register.
How could you do that? Drag your sister through it all over again.
Take him down.
Your own family.
I did the right thing in the end, though, Dad. Dad, I'm scared. Dad, will you come and visit me? Please. Dad! Thank you.
You should be ashamed of yourself.
This is about Zoe. I don't need any grief off you, more, but they're getting enough off my family.
So you should. How could you cheat on her with Dilly?
I don't need to explain myself to you. Honestly, right now, I'm more concerned about finding out where Dilly is.
But is she ghosting you as well?
Yeah.
Oh, well, I'd arranged to meet her earlier for coffee, you know, to remind her of girl code. But she didn't show up. Do you think she's all right?
I don't know. Jez reckons she's gone and isn't coming back. I'm just worried she thinks I stood her up yesterday.
Martha?
Oh, I haven't got time to stop and chat.
Oh, is that Dilly's purse?
Yes, I found it on the pavement. Must have fallen out of her pocket. Good job I picked it up, isn't it?
Off to work.
Yeah. And the next time Dylan has a day off from the kiosk, I'm going to suggest he comes with me.
Why?
So he can see the devastating consequences of what happens when you start messing with drugs. Maybe that... And, where are you off to, all suited and booted?
Something I need to tell you. It started going through my mind when you were kidnapped. Freddie, Gracie, others helped to try and secure your release, but if I'd have had a squad of professional officers with me, things would have been a whole lot different.
What are you saying, Donnie?
That I've rejoined the police force. Today's my first day back.
Why didn't you tell me?
I was worried that if I didn't pass the exam, you'd see me as some kind of failure.
I'd never think that. And you passed.
Oh, with flying colours. You're now looking at Detective Inspector Donnie Clark.
Am I now?
Oh, yeah.
And, what time does your shift start?
In an hour.
I'm not due at the hospital until 2:30.
All right. All right.
Next up, radish with tarragon, parsley cream, and edible flowers. What's wrong?
I'm a human being. I ain't a rabbit. I don't eat flowers.
Just try it, will you?
Actually, quite good.
Yeah, I know it is. Even got Marie's seal of approval, that one, and she's normally a meat and two veg kind of girl. Hey, I thought we agreed to leave any family feuds at the door when we're at work.
Yeah, I know we did, but...
Oh, but if you and me working together is going to function, then we need to stick to our rules, OK?
I can't believe you finally admitted it.
I just wish you'd done it from the start instead of putting me through that trial.
Just give me a sec, will you? Hey, you back from court early?
Yeah, it's over.
Yeah, before the jury found him guilty, JJ shouted that I'd been telling the truth and that he'd lied.
Well, maybe now you can get some closure.
You're gonna make sure of that.
Look, you all look shattered. Why don't you come inside and have something to eat?
It's your opening night, Tony. Surely you're fully booked.
Well, we decided to postpone the launch of the restaurant. You can give me your views on all the new dishes.
It sounds good to me. Cheers, Tony.
Come and get inside. You all right, mate?
If she is, then I am.
Look, we need to get to work. And it'll be a lot quicker if you assist me.
Okay, so this is for the table. Thank you, Frankie.
Cheers, Tony.
I know today has been a lot, so if you ever want to scream or shout or cry, I'm here.
It's good to see you smile.
Yeah, well, you make me laugh, Grandad.
Frankie, you don't know what that means to me when you call me Grandad.
See? That's what family's really about, innit? Supporting each other.
Yeah, same with mates. I mean, you and me, we might have had disagreements, but we'll always have each other's backs, yeah?
Would you like to say a few words?
I can.
I know how upset you are right now, but everything's gonna be all right, I promise.
I wouldn't be so sure about that. You see, this is what happens when you're careless, and if this had fallen into the wrong hands...
Wait, what? Do you know that he...
That he killed Dilly? Yes, of course.
Oh, we're going to prison.
I thought you were asleep in your room.
I was in the bedroom, but I wasn't asleep. I heard the entire conversation with you and Dilly, and then there was a big commotion, and then it was silence. So, I mean, that's what had happened.
You two are acting like this is completely normal, and it's not. He just killed my cousin. I just don't bury her body.
Shelley.
Just stay away from me.
So, how's your first day back on the beat going?
Back on the beat? Detective inspectors don't go on the beat, as you call it.
Well, you'll have to fill me in on the terminology over a special dinner that I cooked for you tonight.
Oh, nice. Oh, right, give me that.
See you later.
See you later.
Why'd you look so on edge? I ain't. You trying to hide from? Pack it in. How's Dylan?
What's it to you?
Just last time I seen him, he looked bad way, that's all.
What do you mean in a bad way?
Well, he just seemed a bit out of sorts.
He was more than out of sorts. He was off his face on drugs. And I want to know where he got them from.
Don't know why you're looking at me. I've got nothing to do with it.
You sure about that?
Positive.
I don't believe a word that's come out of your slimy mouth.
Come on, let's go.
You keep away from Dylan, or you'll regret it. Hey!
Hey, oh! Rex!
Get off me! Oh!
That was an accident.
You made a big mistake there, lad. You've just assaulted a police officer.
Hey, you haven't seen Dilly, have you? What's happened?
Oh, there you are. I've been looking for you everywhere.
Sienna, what's wrong?
It's just family business.
I am family. My daughter's your granddaughter. I was married to your son, remember?
Oh, and that was a long time ago. And the key words in that sentence is, was married.
Why are you being rude to me?
You started it.
Just stop.
Sorry. I'm a bit all over the place today, well, my condition and everything. Forget what I said. You are family, and you always will be, and families always have each other's backs, don't they?
Of course they do. And that's why, seeing as I used to be your stepmom, if you ever need to talk to me, I'm only a phone call away.
I know you're feeling overwhelmed.
I am more than overwhelmed.
No. And that's why I think you should come back to the flat and talk to your father.
About what?
Who and what he is.
Well, this is a lovely surprise. Do you want a cup of tea?
Is anyone else at home?
No, it's not that I'm complaining in the slightest, but what's got into you?
I just had quite a day, and well, I could really do with blowing off some steam. If you're up for it.
Oh, I'm definitely up for it.
Good.
We'll just wait for the duty solicitor to arrive and we'll get started.
I don't need a duty solicitor.
It's your call, lad. Assault on a police officer, very serious offence. I mean, if you want my advice, I'd get somebody in here who knows what they're talking about. While we're waiting, why don't you tell me how you know Rex Gallagher?
What's that to you?
Let's just say me and Rex have got a history.
Have you now? Why don't you fill me in on what you know about him instead?
Because I'm the one asking the questions here.
Well, actually, I think you'll be answering a few yourself soon.
What are you talking about?
I'm an undercover police officer.
Yeah, right.
Call this number, and my handler will confirm it. You've just compromised a case I've been working on for months.
The number you are calling is unrecognized.
I'm afraid we have a problem on our hands. You need to do something.
What?
Talk to your daughter. Tell her everything.
You think she's ready?
Well, seeing as though she's just helped you dispose of Dilly's body, I think now is as good a time as any, don't you?
Thank you for helping me today. Mother thinks that you and I should have a little talk about, well, me and my life.
Thank you, Tony. That was really kind of you.
You're more than welcome.
I'm just gonna get some time.
Oh, thanks. Is it okay if I ask you something?
Of course.
My niece is about to go on the same journey you've just been on.
Steve, I'm so sorry.
So I just wanted to know if you had any advice on how best I can support her.
Well, the most important thing is that you believe her.
I do.
Yeah, make sure she knows that.
Thanks.
Lady.
Frankie's going to be okay, isn't she?
Yeah, I just want to wrap her up in cotton wool and make sure nothing happens to her ever again.
Do you realise how much you've messed things up?
I've told you I'm sorry.
Yeah. Well, now you've stupidly made your presence known to the police. We're moving you to the Manchester side of operations. I'll text you the details.
I just got some news you're not going to like. Gaffer just told me they want me on another construction job in France first thing in the morning. It's just for a couple of months. Plus, the pay's great. So, think of all those gifts I can buy with all that cash I'm going to earn. I don't have to leave for about another hour, so how's about we make up for the fact that we're not going to see each other for a bit now?
I'd like that. A lot.
Ah, here he is.
Who's that?
His name was Basil.
Yeah, but who is he?
Well, he's the man who ran through a red light and crashed into my car. Well, I mean, it was a long time ago now, but he admitted it all. But when the police came, he blamed it squarely on me.
And she was in a terrible state. She couldn't eat. She barely slept. And then, when he said he was going to take her to court and sue her for damages, well, she fell apart. She was devastated.
And then your father made the problem go away for me.
Lots of people say they would do anything for someone they love. But how many people actually do? And the situation with Dilly's exactly the same. I mean, if she had told anyone that you'd killed Ethan, well, you'd have been sentenced to life in prison. And the twins would have lost their mother, and I would have lost you too, and I just couldn't let that happen. Do you understand now why I needed to protect you?
I think so. Now it's over. It's done. I'm really tired. I'm going to bed.
Of course. Night.
No. You know, I understand you had to take care of the Dilly situation, but I'm going to ask you a question. I want you to be very honest with me.
Of course.
It's not starting again, is it? I couldn't bear to see that darkness rising in you again.
It's not, so don't worry.